Sack it down, line eight to the front of the goal.
So how significant was this victory over Winnipeg last night?
And the Vegas Golden Knights will play for the Stanley Cup.
Consider this, by eliminating 3 teams on their way to the Stanley Cup final, Vegas has done what no other first-year club has ever managed in the history of North America's 4 major sports leagues.
Final in their first season.
A year ago, this was so improbable, odds makers were willing to pay out better than 150 to 1 if you were foolhardy enough to bet on the Golden Knights. We invited longtime hockey executive Brian Burke to our studio to give us a hockey insider's perspective. Burke has held key positions for various NHL teams, including the Flames, Leafs, and Canucks, and currently he's on Hockey Night in Canada. So what does he make of this unprecedented run?
Well, there's no explaining what they've done. They've been remarkable, but they should have been a good expansion team from the get-go.
The Vegas Golden Knights select goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury.
Only one team came in at this time. All the other expansion teams came in pairs. So they got the pick of the litter with the expansion rules, which were, by the way, the most liberal in the history of the NHL. So they should be good. They should have had a good year. They don't have a 14th or 15th best player like I did in Calgary. They've got the 7th, 8th, or 9th best player off every team in the NHL, so their depth is better. But what they've done with that is just remarkable. There's no explaining it.
And so what has happened? I mean, you've just said there's no explaining it, but if I forced you to explain it, how have they managed to have this sustained success, especially in the playoffs?
Well, what I think they've done is first off, they built on a pillar from a horrible tragedy that occurred in Vegas that they used as a building block to bring the city together and give them a mission. And they've played like they're on a mission. Second, their coach, Gerard Gallant, has done a marvelous job. They've had total buy-in. They feel they've got 8 legitimate top 6 forwards. And when they take 2 of them out of the lineup and drop them down, they accept that new role without complaining. They've got total buy-in with the coach. And George McPhee picked the right team, and they nailed it on the goaltender. And this is a goaltender, Marc-Andre Fleury, that I never trusted until this year. I always thought you can't count on him in big games, and he's been lights out from the start of the year.
He has been fantastic. We have just 15 seconds, but I know some Winnipeg fans are kind of resentful now out here in Vancouver. I hear some resentment as a former Calgary executive. Is there a feeling around the league that maybe things were a bit unfair in favor of Vegas?
You got to be a real sore loser to look at it that way. This is a great story. They've done a marvelous job.
All right, Brian, really nice having you on the show. Thanks.
Thank you, Ian.